Hello, welcome to Therapist Marketing Tips, where I offer practical guidance and tutorials to help you build, grow, and market your private therapy practice. My name is Chris, and I'd like to welcome you back to my video series on how to sell your online courses via the e-commerce platform Shopify. If you've been following along with this series so far, you've learned how to create your online courses, how to create product pages so that customers can buy those pages, and how to link the two together. In today's video, I'm going to show you a few of the settings on the LDT Courses app that we've used to create your courses so that you can configure everything to your liking. So here today, you'll see that I'm on the LDT Courses settings page, and I got there just by clicking apps here in the menu, and you'll find LDT Courses under the installed apps. So we can click that and then go to settings. The first thing that we're asked to do is to customize the My Courses portal. So the My Courses portal is obviously the portal that customers will see when they log into account to access the courses they've purchased. It will show them which courses they've purchased, their progress, and any other basic account information that is included in there. By default, this is set to LDT course. And again, because I'm still on the Shopify free trial for now, I've got this random string of digits as my URL, but that will, of course, be changed. So to follow these instructions, it says to customize your URL, please follow these steps. Go to our app setting from the Shopify admin setting page link. So we click that, and this is all the settings in the main Shopify settings page. And we scroll down here to app proxy. And this tells us that the app proxy allows Shopify to act as a proxy when your shop needs to send requests to this app. Apps often use this for dynamic content that needs to be updated regularly on your online store pages, such as image galleries and custom forms. So what we're going to do is we're just going to change this little bit here, LDT course, and I'm just going to change it to courses. Next, I'm going to copy this URL and go back to the settings page and change that also to courses. And then I'm going to hit save. Here we can see that we have a few other options. So say a customer logs into, a customer goes to their My Courses page and they're not logged in, they're just a guess. We can turn on this button here and that will redirect them to the login page. Here you'll see that both the lock tab and the public tab are both turned on by default. The lock tab will show people that are not logged in and don't have access to content what content is available that they can't currently access, and the public tab will show them the content they can currently access. And you may want to turn these off, but for now I'm just going to keep them exactly the same. Scrolling down, still on the My Courses portal page, we can change certain colors, the primary color, the critical color, which means, if there's an error message or something that needs to be displayed, we can change those colors. And you'll notice that each of these colors has individual hex codes for the color, but you don't have to know the actual hex code for the color you want to use. You can simply click on the little colored box here to the right to toggle the color picker and change this to anything that you like. My branding is normally blue, so I'm just going to change it to something like that. Ideally, if you've already been building your therapy practice website and other marketing materials, you'll have set colors that you want to use, And it is worth just taking a note of the hex colors of any color that you do want to use, so that you can replicate and make sure you're getting an exact match color on anything that you put online relating to your practice. So when we've made those changes, we're going to click Save. And then we scroll up to the LDT Courses settings menu. And the next thing that we're going to look at here is the email notification. So here we're basically going to configure how our customers, how our students receive emails from us, and the type of emails they receive. So first of all, we have the email sender, which obviously is going to be your online store, your therapy practice, you as a private practice therapist. We're going to need to change the name here, and we're also going to need to change the email that our messages come to. So when a customer signs up to a course, they receive a welcome email from, Chris at therapistmarketingtips.com or Sarah at sarahswellnesscourses.com, etc. So we're just going to look at the sender name here. I'm just going to change that to therapy. And under the sender email, obviously you don't want it to come from the LDT software company. You want it to come from your therapy practice, from your online store. So we might change that to a dedicated email that you set up specifically for courses. And you can also add a logo to your email. So if we just click the Add Email Logo button and select a logo, and voila, there we are. We scroll down now and we can edit the enrollment welcome email just by clicking this Edit Template button. First, we got to save. And here we are. Now, if you're not familiar with things like HTML and CSS and other types of coding, this may look totally confusing to you, but it's actually pretty simple. So the customer first name, the customer last name, these are variables. And obviously this means that this will change depending on the name that your customers add in when they sign up for your course. So John Smith, Sarah Jane, etc., etc. These P tags are just paragraph tags. So it gives us a paragraph space. BR is a line space. These B and close B means that the name of the course title will be in bold, and obviously this will display whatever course title the customer has actually purchased. And then, here's a button that when displayed will allow customers to click on that and access the content. Here's another thing that will allow them to register for an account if they don't already have one, and so on. So I'm going to change very little of this. The only thing that I'm going to change, just because I don't think it's accurate, is it says, "Hi customer, you just took the course, whatever course it is. Please click the button below to access your course content." Now you have to remember that this is the welcome email. So it's not going out after the customer's taken the course, it's going out after the customer has purchased the course. So I'm just going to change this to, "Thank you for enrolling in the course title course. Please click the button below to access your course content." And you can also change the subject here. So this will read as "Welcome to our Mindfulness for Modern Living course." You can change that to anything you like. And down here, you'll also see a list of course variables. So if you wanted to expand this, you could copy and paste any of these into place there. And there's also a little thing down here to send a test email. So here you might just want to put in your email address and click send, just to make sure that it looks how you want it to look. When you're done with that, you can click save, and then you can get rid of this email template box. One thing I forgot to point out here is it says after you've added in the email For you as the sender, a verification email will be sent to that email. You need to check your mailbox and verify that to make it work. So we've all had to verify our email in the past, right? You'll find an email from LDT Courses from your online store, and it'll just ask you to click a link to verify that you own the email you want to send your emails from. So with the email notification settings all set up, the next thing we're going to click on is certificate, and this will allow us to change the certificate of completion that our students will get after they've completed the course. And here you'll see that you can add a custom certificate frame if you want to, in either PNG, JPEG, GIF, or WebP formats. Or you can just choose to customize the template. And again, it uses HTML code to lay out the certificate. And I'm not going to change very much on this because I think it actually looks, it does its job as it should. So it says certificate of completion. This certificate is awarded to the customer for completing whatever course title they're using. This variable will add in the date that the store is completed. This one here will, this will have the name of my therapy practice, or my name, sorry, and then the name of my therapy practice. And here we've just got some basic design elements such as the color, the size, etc., etc. So I'm just going to leave that all there as it is, but I just wanted to show you that this is an option that you can customize if you want to. From there, we're going to look at the thank you page. So when customers sign up, they will have a thank you. They'll be directed to a thank you page, and we can change all of this information as well. So if a customer has signed up but not yet activated their account, we can say, land them on a thank you page called Activate Your Account with a basic description. And you could change this if you wanted to make it, more friendly or informal or whatever. Customers, it says, please click the button below to activate your account. Here you can change what that button actually says. Likewise, if a customer has activated their account, they get told your course is ready. Click the button below to access your course content, and the button that they click on says my course. And again, you can edit any of this if you wanted to, but I'm just going to keep it as it is. Moving on, we go to the text and translation options. So this doesn't translate your course content. What this changes is the portal, the user interface. If your students are primarily, their native language is not English, and here you'll see all of the elements that can be changed. So if we change this to Chinese, you'll see now that, this message that says something went wrong displays something went wrong in Chinese. You scored X% out of X% is displayed in Chinese, and so on and so on. Now, I'm assuming most of my students are English speaking, so I'm just going to change this back to English. And you might want to, you could, maybe change any of these, customize them. So if you didn't want to say something went wrong, you might want to, be a bit more friendly and say, oops, there was an error. I cannot type this morning. But let's not do that for now. I just want to show you that these options are available to you. So you can translate the store portal for customers in different languages. Heading back to the main menu, there is the customer setting. And if we turn this on, it adds a tag to our customers after they buy the course. And what that means is when our course site goes live, customers start paying for courses. You can access their information in the customers panel, and it will add a tag to each individual customer to show that they have purchased a particular course. I'm just going to turn that back off for now because our site is not live and we don't need it. And finally, the email delivery status button shows us any emails that have been sent from our account, whether they've been sent or whether they've bounced, whether they've been received. So this bounced because I actually truthfully haven't set up courses at hickorytherapy.com yet. So that email will have bounced because the email isn't live. But hopefully you'll have put an email in that does actually work and it will say sent, received. And that is all there is to the LDT courses settings menu. I just wanted to quickly run through this, show you what options are available. I'm going to go now and set up courses at hickorytherapy.com to make sure that any emails I do send actually are received. And once your site is live and you start getting customers, any emails that are sent to those customers from your address will be listed here and you can choose as many as you want to display. That's it for this video. In the next video, we'll be taking our trial version of Shopify into a paid version of Shopify, and we'll begin to create a custom online store, designing our storefront, adding content elements, and getting everything ready to go live. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. For more tips and advice on how to build, grow, and market your private therapy practice, please do consider checking out therapistmarketingtips.com.